The founder of Telegram looks like a regular student. The man behind IKEA lived like a middle-class neighbor. Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest investors, still drives an old car and lives in the same modest house he bought decades ago. Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every single day. And Arjun Ilijala, one of the most successful media entrepreneurs, literally owns a clothing store filled with nothing but black t-shirts. That's not coincidence, that's intention. Some of the richest people in the world choose to look poor, not because they lack money, but because they understand something most people never will. Today I want to explain why looking poor is often the ultimate power move, and why trying to look rich quietly destroys your finances, your habits, and your peace of mind. And I learned this myself after finally buying the thing I dreamed about for years. We live in a world where money is loud. Social media teaches us that success must be visible. Expensive clothes, new cars, big houses, not because they add real value, but because they send a signal. And that signal is simple: please take me seriously. But here's the problem: status is expensive and it never ends. There's always a new car, a better phone, a higher level you're supposed to reach. And once you enter that game, peace disappears because the finish line keeps moving. Think about it. How many times have you scrolled through feeds and felt that pull to keep up? I did, and I messed with my mindset, making it harder to stick to simple habits that build real progress. Look at people who actually build serious wealth. They don't need to look rich. They don't compete. They don't explain themselves. Quiet wealth moves silently. A good example is Pavel Durov, the founder of Telegram. He's worth billions, yet he deliberately owns very few things. In interviews, he openly says that owning less gives him freedom. Less attachment, less responsibility, more control of his time and his mind. That's quiet wealth. Loud wealth is the opposite. It's fragile. It needs validation. It needs likes. It needs approval. Loud wealth spends money to be seen. Quiet wealth protects money to stay free. And the moment money becomes part of your identity, the moment your worth depends on what you show, you are trapped. Let me give you a very honest example. For years, I dreamed of owning a Tesla. I watched videos, I imagined myself driving it, I pictured the feeling. Then one day it became mine, and something strange happened. After a short time, it felt normal, not special, not life-changing. It still goes from A to B, just like every other car. That taught me a powerful lesson. Big purchases don't change your life, they normalize. The happiness you expect rarely arrives, but the expenses always do. What surprised me most wasn't even the money. It was my focus. I noticed I spent more time thinking about upgrades than about building. Less energy for my business, less consistency in my habits, and that scared me more than the price tag. Even worse, it added stress. Worrying about scratches or maintenance pulled focus from my business and mindset routines. If you're grinding toward your goals, like I am, ask yourself, does that dream item really elevate your habits or just complicate them? Most of us don't wake up wanting more. We slowly get convinced that we need it. You buy something new and for a moment it feels good. New clothes, new tech, an upgrade. But a few weeks later, that feeling fades. And instead of joy, something else appears. Another decision, another thing to maintain, another expense in the background. I noticed this in my own life. Every time I added something, I thought I was upgrading my life. But what I was really adding was mental weight. More clothes meant more choices. More gadgets meant more things to charge, update, protect. More space meant more responsibility. I even caught myself scrolling, looking at other people's lives, thinking, why do they live like that? And why don't I? That comparison made it harder to stay disciplined. At some point, I realized something uncomfortable. Nothing was actually getting better. Life wasn't lighter, it wasn't calmer, it was just louder. That's when I understood this. More doesn't improve your life, it complicates it. Having enough is freedom. Everything beyond that isn't progress. It's noise. There's a reason why simplicity is deeply rooted in the Japanese culture. Not because people can't afford more, but because they understand something most societies forgot. In Japan, there is a concept called wabi-sabi. It's about simplicity, imperfection, and restraint. Not chasing perfection, not adding endlessly, but appreciating what is already enough. That philosophy changed how I look at my own life. I give away old clothes, not because I have to, but because mental clarity matters to me more than owning things. I don't chase brands. I wear simple colors, black, white, natural tones. Not to look poor, but to reduce friction in my day. Every extra item asks something from you. A decision, attention, energy. Wabi-sabi teaches the opposite. Remove what doesn't add meaning, and what remains becomes valuable. Less choice gives you more mental space. More mental space leads to better decisions. Simplicity isn't a lack of ambition, it's a strategy for focus. As my income started to grow, something subtle changed. Not my lifestyle, but the expectations around it. People assume that when you earn more, you must upgrade. Bigger house, more space, higher fixed costs. And yes, I could do that, but I choose not to, because I realized something important. A bigger house doesn't just ask for more money, it asks for more of you. More bills to track, more things to maintain, more decisions, more mental load. The house owns a part of your attention. That's when I understood this. Low expenses aren't a constraint, they are a leverage. That leverage goes into things that actually compound. Investing, better food, better training, better health. Things that give returns, not impressions. They buy you flexibility. They give you calm and they keep you in control. And control, not appearance, is real power. Most people don't spend money because they truly want something. They spend money because they don't want to feel left behind. Behind friends, behind colleagues, behind people they don't even know on the internet. I noticed early on that if you are not careful, other people start making decisions for you. Not directly, but through expectations. What car should you drive? How big your house should be? What kind of lifestyle proves you're doing well? I made a conscious decision to step away from that. I take my own decisions. I don't let friends, trends, or opinions dictate how I live or spend. One rule changed everything for me. If a purchase is mainly to impress others, I don't buy it. If it improves my health, skills, or freedom, I consider it. And the moment you stop comparing, something powerful happens. You realize you already have enough. You don't need approval. You don't owe anyone an explanation. That's when life becomes quieter. And that's when peace begins. Look, the real flex is not what you wear, not what you drive, not where you live. The real flex is waking up without financial stress, saying no without fear, living below your means while earning more. Looking poor while building quietly is not weakness, it's strategy. So if you ever feel pressure to upgrade your life just to impress others, remember this. Looking rich is expensive, looking poor can make you free. Build quietly, spend intentionally, and let your results speak, not your possessions. Thank you for watching. If this resonated, drop a comment with your own story about ditching the status game. Did it free up your mindset or habits? Hit like if you're ready to build that good life and subscribe for more on fitness, money, and mindset. Let's grow together.